great day for bicycle racing, and the popularity of the annual Paris to Ancaster Bicycle Race continues to grow as the 18th version left Paris with a sellout field of over 2,000 riders on April 17th. As with most early spring races, the weather was a big question mark leading up to race day. Weather authorities seemed to be all over the ice and gave us a forecast of sun, clouds, rain, snow, wind and cold. Unfortunately, they were right on all counts. The course itself was the usual mix of road, trail and off-road single track, and from all accounts, the grim weather didn't seem to prevent most participants from having a good old muddy time. The elite race for the overall winners typically generates excitement, and this year the top elite men didn't let us down. In the end, Mike Garrigan, the defending P2A champion, won handily in 1 hour and 44 minutes after an incredible 50 kilometre solo breakaway. Mike, who is the Ontario Cycling Association's endurance coach, displayed an exceptionally strong performance which clearly showed on the challenging off-road sections as well as the final climb. Mike, long solo pull. You must have felt really good today.
I felt great, yeah, until about 10k to go. I started cramping, and then, but you know, whatever, I got through it. Yeah.
You would never know coming out that last hill there, you were strong.
Well, I was putting on a brave face there, but yeah, I went over the bars pretty good on the second mud chute, and then I thought, oh man, this is it. That mud chute gets the best of me every year. Every year that mud chute, over the bars, flat, whatever, it's just such a good time.
Well, great show today, Mike. Second year in a row. Well done.
Yeah, right on, thank you.
A valiant chase went on for almost the entire race, spearheaded by Eric Box of Navido Da Vinci, Jared Stafford of Team Norco, Tyson Wagler of Three Rocks Racing, and Peter Moog of NovaFit Cycling Solutions, but none were able to close the gap. Adam Meyerson of Team Mountain Khaki from the US was also in the chase, but lost some time and distance after an unfortunate flat midway through the race. In the women's elite overall, Sue Palmer-Comer of PK Express took the top spot 6 minutes ahead of her closest rival, Leigh Hobson. The rest of the age categories were well fought with some exceptional times, such as the 50-plus men, where Robert Sewell of Chain Reaction Molson took first in 1 hour and 57 minutes, followed closely by Peter Kaufman, also of Chain Reaction, and Rick Landry of Speed River. Several of the junior riders also pulled out some very impressive finishing times. The very last 60-kilometre rider to cross the line took 5 hours and 29 minutes, arriving in Ancaster at about 4 p.m, cold and wet, but with a smile on his face. The race organisers, Tim Farrar and John Thorpe, continued to provide a challenging yet fun race with the usual hard first sprint along the Grand River Rail Trail and then through some tough farmland and off-road sections. Of course, the race always includes the rider and spectator favourites such as the Powerline Mud Chute and the final climb up Martin Road. Anyone that's done this race will tell you that no matter how hard it is, you just want to keep coming back. Whether you're racing with the hopes of stepping on the podium, or to improve your time, or to just cross the finish line, this race has something for everyone. The growing popularity of mass start citizen cycling events such as the Paris to Ancaster and the Grand Fondo in British Columbia was discussed by Seamus McGrath, former Canadian cross-country team member, as well as two-time Olympian and a great proponent of such events.
I think it's an amazing movement, the whole Grand Fondo movement, and races like the Paris to Ancaster. that are welcoming the public by offering several distances, and they're not elitist like most racing is. So I think it's you got to applaud guys like Tim Farrar and the organizers of these events that are really helping cycling take off.
I'll leave the last words to Adam Myerson, captain of the Mountain Khaki Pro Team from the US and a very successful road and cyclocross racer. This was his first part to Ancaster, and here's what he had to say.
Such a unique race. I think for someone like me who's a pro on the road and for cyclocross, it couldn't be more perfect. To be able to come and do a point-to-point off-road race like this with just the transitions, the way we were in the woods and there'd be a selection in the woods similar to a cyclocross race or mountain bike race, and then we come out onto the pavement and be swapping off like it was a road race again. It's just all the fun things about bike racing all kind of rolled up into one event. It was great. It has a Paris-Roubaix aspect to it, like if you can have a team car up ahead and maybe there could be motorbikes riding around in certain sections. Like the race has that potential, it really does.
Well, great to see you here. Good showing today, and hopefully see you next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely will be back. Thank you.